For over a century, the aesthetic influence of the Basilica of St. Lawrence has stood the test of time and brought prestige and honor to our region. The basilica was designed beginning in 1903 by Spanish-born master builder Rafael Guastavino. Construction began in 1905. He did not live to see the Basilica of St. Lawrence in its completed state. He died in 1908, just months before the church was dedicated in October 1909. His son, Rafael Guastavino Jr., completed the project in 1909 and entombed his father's body in the church as a reminder and in honor of his heroic efforts to build an enduring structure for his community. Many of us grew up around Guastavino spaces without realizing they were Guastavino spaces. His distinctive work is represented in many public buildings, especially throughout the Northeast. The Basilica of St. Lawrence was completed and dedicated in 1909. In 1920, it was consecrated, and in 1993, Pope St. John Paul II gave it the designation of Basilica because of its history, its unique architecture, this beautiful dome, and the decorations of this church. This church is a place that has been, for the whole community, a place of preserving and growing our faith and our heritage. The Basilica represents our history and a unique and distinct identity rooted in generosity, a commitment to our community, and steadfast faith in God. As the Basilica celebrates 113 years of service, it is up to us to preserve and share its legacy with tomorrow's generations. To this end, we are working together with our community to conduct a major campaign to strengthen our community, save history for future generations, safeguard an architectural treasure, and preserve the historic beauty of Western North Carolina. As the oldest parish in the mountain region of Western North Carolina, the Basilica of St. Lawrence is a beacon of hope that brings light into our community. The Basilica is more than just bricks and mortar. It is an uplifting and inspiring space where we can share our faith. This is an opportunity for us to invest in our continued ability to meet the spiritual and temporal needs of those who seek God's grace and healing power. The Basilica of St. Lawrence is a reminder of our diverse history and experiences over the past 100+ years. The story of the Basilica is the story of our people, their challenges and their triumphs, their vision and their achievement. It is a legacy that gives our community a distinct identity, built on a rich history of commitment, sacrifice, and generosity. The Basilica provides a tangible connection to our past and allows us to save our history and faith for future generations. Out of more than 600 monumental spaces designed by Rafael Guastavino, the Basilica of St. Lawrence stands out as one of the most stunning architecturally, and the only building entirely designed, supervised, and built by the Spanish-born master builder. In 2010, the Basilica was officially recognized as having national significance, a designation reserved for very few unique and important buildings in the United States. In a city that is noted for its architectural diversity and significance, the Basilica of St. Lawrence stands out as a landmark of engineering and architectural achievement. It has an unmistakable allure that brings prestige, honor, and recognition to our community in Asheville and Western North Carolina. With over 133,000 visitors every year, the Basilica of St. Lawrence plays a significant role in tourism and gives our visitors a restful and sacred place to reflect and connect with our history. Born in Spain, Guastavino immigrated to New York City in 1881. He brought with him an ancient tile and mortar building system that had been used in Catalonia and other parts of Spain for centuries. By 1900, Guastavino had successfully transferred his patented tile building method to the U.S. and was working for the leading architects of this country. In the mid-1890s, architect Richard Morris Hunt recruited Guastavino to help build the iconic Biltmore Estate. Guastavino fell in love with the area and decided to make it his permanent home. However, the small Catholic church in Asheville at the time did not have enough room for him, his colleagues who were working on the Biltmore project, and other Catholics in Asheville, especially during the summer when, then as now, their numbers rose. So Guastavino approached the local priest, Father Peter Marion, with an offer to build him a church that he would be proud of. And what a church it was. He modeled St. Lawrence after the 7th century Basilica de los Virgen de los Desamparados in his native Valencia. From outside, the magnificent red brick, four-corner towers, and elliptical dome in the center add to the distinctly beautiful skyline of the city of Asheville. From the foot of the main aisle, inside the church proper, one can realize the beauty of the ellipse and the splendor of Guastavino's vaulting tile dome, one of the largest unsupported elliptical domes in North America. As you move further inside, your eyes are immediately drawn to the magnificent light that streams through the colorful and elaborate stained glass windows from the renowned Franz Mayer Studios in Munich, Germany, encircling the dome. The Basilica of St. Lawrence, Guastavino's crowning masterpiece, would also be his last project before he died. It is fitting that he was laid to rest inside the building to which he devoted so much of his unparalleled brilliance and creativity. In 1996, with the support of the Lilly Endowment and other funders, the renowned preservation nonprofit Partners for Sacred Places conducted the first scientific study quantifying the value that congregations in their buildings provide to their communities. The study is called The Economic Halo Effect of Historic Sacred Places. Recently, they applied their analytics to the Basilica of St. Lawrence and concluded that in a typical year, visitors and parishioners of the Basilica contribute over $30 million to the local economy. This astounding number is the result of several factors. As a nationally significant historic landmark with great architectural significance, the Basilica is a coveted destination for weddings and other events due to its breathtaking beauty. Secondly, it is located in Asheville, a world-class destination. People attending an event at the Basilica want to stay more than a night or two. Each year, the Basilica hosts an average of 200 sacramental events, such as weddings, baptisms, first communions, confirmations, and funerals. In addition, the Basilica hosts weekly docent-led tours. These events attract thousands of people each year to the area. The Basilica is located at the northern gateway to Asheville's downtown, so most visitors spend time in downtown Asheville with its many dining, shopping, and entertainment options, just a short walk from the Basilica. Another quantifiable contribution to the local economy is providing a safety net for those most at risk in the community through counseling, food, and education. In a typical year, the study concludes, the Basilica's impact in community services is valued at nearly $200,000. This includes money that is gifted to nonprofit partners serving those most at risk, in addition to donations of time, goods, and space to support these initiatives. The Basilica Preservation Fund, Incorporated, a 501c3 nonprofit corporation established in 2008 to ensure the future integrity of the art and architecture of the Basilica of St. Lawrence, hired noted preservation architect Joseph K. Opperman Architect, P.A., to conduct a comprehensive assessment of the building. Their final assessment, known as a Historic Structure Report, was submitted in 2020. The resulting report uncovered many serious structural elements in need of attention. As a result of the findings from that study, the parish and the Basilica Preservation Fund are launching a campaign to repair and restore the Basilica. The highest priority areas focus on a single set of interrelated structural damages and deterioration of materials that developed over time due to natural aging and decades of exposure to inclement weather. Of paramount importance, these damages present threats to the building. We must address these needs with a great deal of urgency. The most critical of these is the rainwater collection and dispersal system. The entire drainage system will need to be redesigned and reconfigured. The church's south facade, framed by the two front towers, is the main entrance to the basilica and the most elaborately detailed elevation. Exposure to harsh weather has caused leaks in the dome above each tower, and the interior of the walls are deteriorating due to the accumulation of trapped moisture. Among the highest priority repairs, the repointing of major interior structural piers will be the last to be addressed, since this work can only begin once the rainwater collection and dispersal system, along with the bell towers and lower south facade, are restored. Completion of this phase will help to ensure the basilica's protective exterior envelope is weathertight and allows us to shift our focus to other important projects. These then summarize the highest priority repairs needed. Major repairs are also needed to address preservation of the stained glass windows, the interior decorative finishes and features, the terrazzo and concrete flooring, the restrooms, the rectory, a notable historic structure itself, and the mechanical systems. Our intent is to complete all these projects to maintain the cohesive design as originally envisioned by Guastavino. These project descriptions and pricing were provided by Joseph K. Opperman Architect, P.A. in 2020 in the Historic Structural Report, and based on the condition of the basilica at the time. Based on their original estimates, and including increased costs, the total cost of the project will come to approximately $18 million. To safeguard and protect the basilica's role as a sacred place of worship and architectural destination, and to ensure its role in bringing our community together, the Diocese of Charlotte, the Parish of St. Lawrence, and the National Fund for Sacred Places support this project. We invite you to join in the great project also.
Beautiful church, absolutely breathtaking. There is nothing like this in the Southeast. You must see this place in person. You will swear you're in Europe.
Let me tell you, I've seen a lot of churches and cathedrals in Europe. This one holds its own. This is a must-see.
As a family of faith and as a community at large with a common history, we all have the responsibility and the privilege to be able to be good stewards of this architecturally significant building. Whether we're religious or not, whether we're Catholic or not, we all are a part of safeguarding this gift which has been given to us. With your help, we can do this.